John Kernan is with Matt Hagan.
Matt Hagan, this is the day. You're the points leader. You can win the championship. What's going through your mind as you prepare for that first round matchup with Bob Tasca III?
What a great day. I mean, I couldn't want it to be any better. You know, I mean, I woke up early, got a good breakfast in me, got a great sleep last night. It'll be what it'll be out there. You know, I mean, we can't wish it to a championship. We just got to go up there and be solid all day. We can't depend on anybody else other than ourselves. So as long as we go up there, have some good solid racing, go some rounds today, fate's in our hands. So it's up to us. Now we just got to go up there first round and get it done.
Sounds cool, calm, and collected, and that's what you need.
I know if he can do it, I can do it, you know, so it's just all about being consistent, digging deep when it counts, and just really finding that inside of you to you know, bring that passion and that burning up and into that race car, and just make sure you do everything right.
Well, grab that shovel, Matt, because the time has come for Funny Car, and you better start digging. The Automobile Club of Southern California Finals, Matt Hagan back in the staging lanes as he gets ready, pulls the uniform on, and is prepared to get into his Funny Car. Back to the starting line. Here's the first major moment in Funny Car. Matt Hagan slaps the visor down. He will go up against Bob Tasca. Bob Tasca running a Ford, close with John Force, and in fact so close he was part of the John Force pep rally when he got all the team together this morning. So Tasca's got his job. Take out Hagan if you can.
So you're saying John's rooting for Bob Tasca?
I'm saying John is rooting for Tasca. Wow. What kind of question is that? Let's go to Dave Reef with a Napa Track Fact.
And let's take a look at the wins by lane so far. 10 of them coming in the nitro categories out of the right lane, 2 in the left, and both of those happen to be coming in Funny Car. I told you at the beginning of the day that it seemed like the preparation on that left side was a lot better today, and while everybody still agrees with that, there does seem to be an issue. The key to running the left lane is making sure that the car is moving and moving hard in the first 200 feet. Beyond there, there's a little questionable area between 200 and 400 feet, but you can continue pushing the car early and win out of the left lane. Everybody that's moving over there says that's the case.
Well, it seems like that left lane does definitely seem to be coming around the more cars go down that racetrack. And you got to remember, everybody with lane choice, obviously thus far, has taken the right-hand lane. So the better cars in qualifying are going to take it. And that's, you know, sometimes that win-loss thing gets a little bit skewed.
Don Schumacher, who has been standing behind the cars and pointing where he wants it, where in the lane he does. Hagan out in first round. John Force has to go 2 rounds further for his 15th championship.
Man. Boy, and the crowd goes crazy as well they should. I mean, not only was it, you know, just a great drag race, but Bob Tasca upsetting Matt Hagan. Wow.
Well, that was his job.
Oh, #1.
That Ford family, they stick together, don't they, Paul?
Yeah, and you talk about an emotional guy. Let's go to John Kernan.
And I'm with Tommy DeLago, and Tommy, I can't imagine what's going through your mind right now.
I'm not even processing it yet. It's a hard pill to swallow, but we did the best job we could do this year, and my guys did a great job. Matt drove his butt off all year. We'll just have to see how this other stuff pans out. We did the best we could.
All right, we'll see you later.
And don't forget, they can still win this thing. John Force, it's all up to him now. He has to go 2 rounds beyond Matt Hagan. He'll get his first shot here in a moment. He knows that. They've already given him that information, obviously. Hagan, look at the disappointment.
Oh, it's got to be a huge disappointment. And Matt did his job. He had a good rack time. Actually had a slight advantage over Bob Tasca. They were both in the 060 range. He was ahead for 330 feet, and then something happened to cause the car to slow down. I couldn't tell if it had a cylinder out or whatever, and it just slowed down on the other end, allowed Bob Tasca to drive around.
John Force will tell you he loves the pressure. It's what he's all about. Well, the pressure's on now.
One more look at it, you're going to see that Matt Hagan was 300 quicker right at that point, 330 feet. But then something happened. The car slowed down. You see a lot of smoke come out of that die-hard car at the finish. I got to believe possibly the thing, if it didn't have a cylinder out, it was just burning it up a little bit. It went lean, which will also slow the car down, similar to a drop cylinder, and that pretty much is what cost him a race. The team may go back and look at the data and determine that, you know, possibly the fuel distribution just wasn't what it was supposed to be in the middle of the racetrack. I kind of find it hard to believe that they missed on the setup because Tommy DeLago's been so good all year long. And a lot of times something mechanically goes wrong that just messes with that fuel distribution. And as a result, though, you see a lot of that smoke and unfortunately a loss.
Rachel Hagan, that's Matt's wife. There's another show of the disappointment, but it's not over. There's Hagan. John Force has still got a lot of racing and some winning to do if he wants that 15th title. Hagan's still not out of this. He may be watching from now on, but he's not out of it. Let's go to Gary.
Well, you saw Matt Hagan being consoled. Ted Yerzik has gone between some trailers, has walked far away from the finish line. I walked with him. He pulled his helmet off and he said, "I've got nothing to say right now." We respectfully will let him have time. I'm sure we'll hear from him later, but you can just imagine the bitter, bitter disappointment because that door has been opened. Now, hang on just a second. We might be able to get a word here. Matt's coming back over toward the camera. Tell us how much it hurts.
I don't know. Words can't describe it, but, you know, I'm proud of my guys. I'm proud of Tommy DeLago. He'll probably take it a lot harder than I am, but, you know, we can't hang our head so low, and we're still leading this thing right now. We got a shot at it. You know, but like I said, I'm just proud of my guys. Love them to death. You know, everything happens for a reason, and it's just about bouncing back and having a strong season next year. Our season's over, so our fate's kind of in everybody else's hands, and up to John whatever they can do there. So I mean, I'd love to go some rounds today for our sponsor Die Hard, for Sheeler.com, for Matco Tools, Napa, you know, everybody that's helped us out this year, Valvoline, everybody. But I don't know, that hurts deep, but you know, Tommy DeLago, he's doing the best job he can do, and I'm going up there trying to do the best job I can. I don't know what the lights were, but I could hear him beside me, and I knew it was going to be close, and pretty devastated when the wind light didn't come on. But that's what racing's all about, and we'll go after him again.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Matt Hagan, it's not over, but now he becomes a spectator. That was just a few minutes after Gary approached him and politely said, "Okay, if you need some time alone, go get it." Let's go to Dave Reef.
Well, Bob Tasca, you may not win the Funny Car World Championship, but if the Ford Mustang of John Force does, perhaps your name should have a little asterisk on that trophy.
Well, man, there was a lot of drama in that round. You know, we raced for Ford. It's a company that I've grown up with, loved this company so much, and I know we didn't have a chance to win the championship, but to put our teammate Force in a position to win with Henry Ford III here at this race, I tell you, I was sitting there waiting for him to come in. I had my impact fire suit on. I was committed to burning it to the ground because I knew if we both burned to the ground, he couldn't make it to the next round. So I just sat on him, and, you know, he went in, I went in right after him. But, you know, hats off to Matt Hagan and their team. They did a great job. But it's about Ford. Drive one, baby. I do. Yeah.
Better car than you.
Let's go to the stat guy.
Well, we talk about that championship in 2005. We had 3 drivers, Gary Scelzi, Ron Capps, and John Force, separated by 28 points. They all won the first round, but in the second round, they all lost, and that gave the championship to Gary Scelzi.
Let's take a look at how they tripped the clocks coming down the racetrack.
You see how close it was at the finish line, but Matt Hagan was ahead early in the run, as we talked about, before his engine started eating itself up. That engine damage cost him dearly, and by about 1/100 of a second. You see that quick lane Ford get the win.
Tasca went over, spoke to Force, said,